show off these books that I made just recently. And I'm thinking about getting them published. I'm looking around um, to find a publisher here in Taiwan. Or I'm thinking about trying to do the Amazon publishing thing they've got going on. But um, there's actually some ideas that I want to go with my books, like other items, that I don't think is possible through Amazon. And that means if I publish them through Amazon, I need to be sure that I can also have them published by somebody else at the same time. If not, then I'll definitely wait for a while to try to get a publisher rather than go with Amazon. But Amazon is definitely the quickest way. Either way, I have read these books to my class, and the class that I have here in Taiwan, they are 3 to 4-year-olds, and most of them can already read the book by themselves. Of course, not in the individual words, but of course they can look at the pictures and they know what to say on each page. So I'm really happy about that, and they're really great to help me figure out what I need to change, or if what I'm doing is actually if they enjoy the book, basically. So I've got 3 of the same books, and one is different. I just had these locally printed off by somebody, and it's not the best quality, but it was just so that I could see the book in person and basically just see what it is I need to change on the pages and stuff. So this one's glossy, this one's matte, and then this one's a hardcover matte. The way they do their matting is very weird, and on the hardcover, the colors became quite dull. And this was the first one, and then these 2 are the second, after I did some changes. And even then, there were still some things. They were having problems with cutting the book and everything, because in my program, all this is like centered here, but they're having some problems. I'm guessing they're not used to printing off books like this, and they print off like other types of books. It's what my wife had tried to explain to me, because I kept asking, like, how come there's so many mistakes or like problems throughout this process? And that's what she told me. But of course, this is just a practice for the real deal, and when it comes to a publisher, hopefully those problems won't be an issue. But either way, I still enjoy the way they came out, and I'll show you the first. Well, actually, I'll go ahead and read it, and then we'll go back and look at some of the issues I came up with, or I had to change on the first printing. So only the cover's dull, but the rest of it is okay. And actually, the colors on the pages are a lot less vibrant than they were on my program, and I think that's because they asked me for a PDF, and for some reason on Clip Studio Paint, I can only do RGB and not, CYMK. So I think that caused the quality, or maybe it's just the quality of their ink that they use. so it's just not so good. But we'll go ahead and start. So, this is dedicated to our beloved Sesame, our hamster that we had. And the kind of hamster that we had, their life expectancy is 2 years. And it was like almost on the dot of 2 years that he passed away. It was quite sad. When they're about to pass away, like it happens very quickly. Like one day he's maybe a bit less energetic, and then the next day he's like walking around like a poor little grandpa. Like it's like he was like could barely walk and like stumbling on himself and everything. And we went out to eat, not thinking like this was his last day, and like maybe not even 2 hours later we come back and sadly he had passed away. So I dedicate this to him, and I want this to be like an ongoing series where he goes to different places, like maybe like to a forest or a zoo or to the ocean, like just different places. So it says, "Hi, my name is Sesame. I am a hamster. Do you want to see the solar system? There are 8 planets." I'm not the best reader, but you know. First, I need a rocket. Wow, it is so cool. Do I need anything else? Yes, I need a spacesuit. Okay, I am ready to go. Count down with me. 10, 9, that's actually a Q. The font that I used, their 9s looked kind of odd to me, so I just used a Q. Hopefully no one notices. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Up into the sky. Bye-bye house. There's a little Sesame Boy house. Hello, space. Let's go to the sun. This is the sun. It is a star. A star is a big ball of fire. This is Mercury. It is the smallest planet and the fastest. Why on earth did my camera like get bright all of a sudden? Dorian, boy, what are you doing? Let's drop it down a bit. There you go. Maybe. Come on, buddy, you can do it. I don't want it to be very bright. This is Venus. It is the brightest planet and the hottest. It is too hot. This is Earth. It is our planet. Earth has plants, water, animals, and you. Let's move this closer. There you go. There's my daughter there, so she is now immortalized on paper in a book. This is Mars. It is the red planet. It has the largest volcano. Watch out. This is Jupiter. It is the biggest planet. It has a giant storm. Yeah. This is Saturn. It has a big ring. Oh no, it has large chunks of ice. This is Uranus. It is light blue and cold. It spins on its side. Whoa, I feel dizzy. This is Neptune. It is far away from the sun. It is very cold like Uranus. I think it's too cold. Out of everything, this is the only thing I didn't draw, which is this ice, because this is what I wanted it to look like. So on Clip Studio Paint, you can download other people's assets that they make, and you have to make sure that it's allowed for commercial use, and luckily this one was. Actually, I think everything you upload onto their Clip Studio Paint says that anything is pretty much free use. So that's the only thing that I didn't do myself. Let's go back to Earth. That was so fun. Which planet do you like? Thank you for playing with me. See you next time. Also, if you try to publish through Amazon, your book must be at least 24 pages. And to be honest with you, I don't know how many pages this one is. So with the hardcover, because of their like this matte finish film that they put on the hardcover, brought down the vibrancy of the colors, like it dulled them out, so you can't see all this red here, as you can on this one, but you cannot see it on this one. And then of course, again, this is off center. That's okay. But from the first printing, I'm not sure if I like the glossy or the matte better. For me, I think it would be the matte, but I think glossy is a more popular thing. So there might be some things I'd want to change again, like I should probably make this bigger, like the font bigger. Yeah, I'm definitely going to probably change that. But from the first printing, when we get to here, for some reason when they cut it, because this is not the original size, it was actually a lot smaller, but I gave that book to one of my students that I tutor, and it had this problem as well. But when they changed it, I'm not really sure. In my program, there are trim lines that they are supposed to use, but they asked for a PDF, and no, I think the PDF had trim lines as well. That's why I was confused as to why they're having such problems being a place that prints books and stuff, because it seemed like they weren't really sure where to cut the book, and these were definitely within the trim line, so I don't know kind of frustrating on both sides, me and the person. But we got that fixed with the next printing. Can't remember if there's anything else wrong. Don't think so. So yeah. But there's that one. And the next one that I have is it a scary monster? Is it a scary monster? No. Is a monster square? Is it a boy or a girl? Is it a scary monster? No. It is a monster hexagon. How many eyes does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster circle. How many legs does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster rectangle. Does it have any hair? I'd say so. Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster triangle. What color is it? Green? Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster diamond. How many arms does it have? Only one. Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster octagon. What animal does it look like? I think I would say a crab. Is it a scary monster? See, unfortunately, there's these parts of the inking. Quite sad. It's okay. Just a prototype. No, it is a monster oval. Can this monster fly? Yeah, why not? Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster heart. Do you love this monster? Is it a scary monster? No, it is a monster star. Does this monster have arms? No, I don't think so. What shapes do you think they are? Hexagon, heart, octagon, and a rectangle. What shapes do you think they are? A diamond, a star, and a triangle. A square, an oval, and a circle. Which monster shape do you like? Whoa, this camera is not very consistent. this one a lot. I actually spent way less time on this one than I did Sesame Goes to Space. Sesame Goes to Space took me January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 7 months, like on and off. It was way different than it was now, than it is now. And there was a contest in February that I was going to try to hurry and make a book and enter, and I just did not feel comfortable with what I had. And I'm glad that I took the time, because now I'm happy with what it is. But this one took a lot less time, and I've already got another one that is pretty much finished. It's another one with shapes, but it's not monster shapes. And then I'm going to do one with my number superheroes, 1 through 10. And this one and the other shape book and my number books are more of like kind of like this, where it's like there's a shape here and then text here. It's more of trying to teach them shapes. And my other shape book is also trying to teach colors as well, like blue, light blue, and dark blue. So, but and my superhero one will be just teaching numbers. But my next book I want to do with my superheroes is that I'll have my superhero number 1 wants to go out and find a magical number 1 sword. And it might change, but what I've got thought above right now is that he needs to get one of 3 specific items. I don't want to do too many, so I think 3 would be okay. So then that way, when he finds an item, he can say, I have one, blah, blah, blah. And then it's also kind of like a small adventure as well, kind of like with the Sesame Goes to Space. It's more of like it's like a small adventure, but with Sesame, he's just going to look at things. He's not really obtaining anything. Just going to see the planets. But I'm happy with it. They're cool. It feels good to accomplish something like this. And hopefully maybe it goes somewhere. I would definitely like to continue doing this. Make Sesame into like an ongoing series. I think the next place he'll go to is like the forest. So I keep thinking of trees and foliage and stuff like that. Drawing a bear. One thing I like to do is, especially in this one, is mix, I guess you would say medium or like art style. Like with the rocket here, I actually took a picture of a piece of cardboard, and I've stretched it. It's stretched out a little bit, so it doesn't look exactly like the picture did, but it's an actual piece of cardboard. And then I used a crayon. What am I trying to say here? A crayon marker in my program, Clip Studio Paint, for for certain things, like here is like pencil, and then the outline of this is crayon, basically just to make this look like Sesame made it, or it's like handmade. Um, oh, and then I think with Sesame too, he is also like some, I guess, cardboard, and I just changed the color of it to give him that texture. But then when it comes to the planets, not the star, like with Mercury here, like I took a picture of, I don't know if you can see it, I took a picture of the ground outside and then just changed the hue and everything, and so it's actually like pebbles and everything on there. And same thing with this, is like dried up, the ground was dried up. Can you see that? So here I used actual pictures of trees. Definitely couldn't get a good picture of dark blue water. This is one of our family members' dogs, and of course that's Ellie. And I took pictures of bushes and put in here. And then same thing with Mars. You can kind of see like a stick and the cracks and everything. That's from the dry ground outside. And then Jupiter has a lot of clouds, so I just took a picture of some clouds and put it in here. I think Saturn is the only one I didn't do that with, and I could still change it before I publish it, but I don't think I'm going to put like actual ice chunks in here. I think I'll just keep it like this. I like that. I didn't do it with Uranus either. But then I like how these ice cubes are real. They look real. Whoever made this, they did a good job. But I wanted to buy some bedding and use actual bedding for here, because there's some white and blue bedding that's really nice, but I just decided to do this. But yeah, I thought it was, I liked mixing the different art styles, or medium, whichever one you want to call it. And I think I'll continue to do that. But that's all I've got so far, printed out and made into an actual book. And we will see where I can take this. Thank you for